I think India is under some constraints, not the result of the politicians, but the result of the nature of the constitution and nature of the society.
This man took Singapore from this to this and he thinks no one can do it for India. Singapore was formed after it was expelled from Malaysia in 1965 and it had no natural resources, no army and not even a clean water supply, with most people living in slums. But within a generation, this man transformed it into one of the world's wealthiest nations by ruling with an iron fist, with fierce anti-corruption and controlled social order. And he explains why India cannot do it. India is not a real country. Instead, it is 36 separate nations that happen to fall upon the British rail line. And no single person can change India, because our federal democracy gives states powers to resist central directives on land acquisition, labor laws, infrastructure, and more. So the Singapore model of top-down authoritarian governance is literally impossible to replicate in a democracy of 1.4 billion people with a federal structure. South Korea's steel giant POSCO wanted to invest $12 billion to build a steel plant in Odisha. After 12 years of legal battle over land acquisition, it quietly exited in 2017. It would have been the largest FDI in Indian history, but it simply evaporated. And this is just one incident. Over 400 infrastructure projects show cost overruns of 4.34 lakh crores because of land and clearance delays. So most people who compare India's progress with countries like Singapore or China are right in some sense. But here's the question no one wants to ask. Every country that developed at lightning speed, Singapore, China, UAE, did it by suppressing dissent, controlling land and overriding individual rights. China is one of the world's largest jails for journalists. So maybe the real reason India hasn't had its Singapore moment is that Indians actually chose democracy over development. The question is, was that the right choice? Comment India if you want the link to his full speech and follow me to keep learning more.